Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 here at Rawslowgaming, where we're playing Bassett Football Club and trying to take them to the top of Premier League and beyond. Here we are in our second season and our first season in Vanarama National League after getting promoted in our first season. A little bit cheaty, but let's stop talking about that, but should be mentioned from time to time, I guess. But we will not cheat anymore. We are doing quite well for ourselves for sure here, though, in the Vanarama National League, as we were tutored to fight bravely to avoid relegation. We are quite clear from relegation, as you see, and pretty steady in the middle of the table with some possibility to reach a playoff spot, and that would be superbly fantastic and much more than we could have ever expected at the start of the season, even though we felt like it were within our grasps. So if we are reaching that at the end of the season, that's fantastic and very nice, and could be maybe something that could push us to go professional with the board, which we haven't done still, and were the reason that we cheated last season. But I said no more and not again. And yeah, we are showing you the matches if nothing interesting happens before it. So I'll be back after a short break here for the match against Hartlepool. And according to the bookmakers here down, we will have an easy match here against Hartlepool. We'll see if that's the case. We can certainly hope so. And that would be very good and very nice. And something very good and very nice as well is the training effect here that Tom Smith has had this last month, which is up on everything and looking very nice indeed. Let's hope that he continues to develop that way and that we get more players that do the same, because we're seeing a little bit of a low development of the players, I feel. We have offered a new contract to Leg here in between, or between the start of the episode and the first match. Other than that, nothing really to note here. We are still having the correct players on the bench, and everyone is fresh and nice after a sort of a long break there, or well, between the matches, which isn't a long break, but sort of is. You get what I mean. Anyway, let's kick things off here and hand over to assistant and comment away, just like we always do here at Rawslowgaming. Take it Rawslow and nice, and comment the matches like a commentator, raw, slow, and nice. Well, not really, because commentators in football matches are really quick and need to be really quick, and I'm not really that quick at the moment, or rather talking over the highlight. But a good chance there by Bassett and a good shot there by Sanko, and saved out for a throw-in pretty much. Next up, a free kick here for Bassett and Hackett, and he passes and it's to Pearson, and it's a goal here in the 14th minute. And as you see there, or saw there, even though I tried to move things along, I were like saying that it were a goal like 5 seconds after it actually were in the net. But yeah, a good free kick there by Hackett and a good performance by Pearson, finding the correct placement there and managing to put the goal, or the ball into goal. Next up, another highlight here in the 21st minute. Pass it with the ball, Healy with a long ball up towards our strikers to Brunt, but not really getting there. But we managed to take the ball back, and the ball to Sanko here on the right hand side crosses into Brunt, and it's almost another goal there, but Killip saving the ball pretty much on the line, or rather say, doing a really good save there. I'm actually quite impressed by that one. We're sure that we're going to be a goal, but apparently more is coming here. This time it looks to be for Hartlepool, and sorry for that. Should try and remember to cut that out, but I know already, since I'm actually recording this so long ahead of time, that I will not remember to cut that out. I'm very sorry for that, John. And it's actually like a quarter after midnight as I'm recording this, but that doesn't really matter. for me or for anyone else as such. But yeah, more highlights here. The ball have been going back and forth a little bit with no real direction or control. And now it is Hartlepool in control of the ball though, playing to Kitching on the left-hand side here and to Molyneux. And the cross is into James and leg there, deflecting it out to hit the post and managing that to not be a goal for Hartlepool and equalize it for Hartlepool even. But yeah, definitely a good chance there. And we get another highlight here in the 32nd minute. Bath City with the ball now, finally, after again a bit of ball going back and forth there with no real direction. But the ball to our defenders and Taylor there with a long ball, but only reaching the defenders in Hartlepool. And a long ball from them, and the ball down to our keeper here instead. And a leg passing up to our defender, Rowan. Rowan passing to Taylor here on the right-hand side in the defensive line. Passing up to Smith and back to Healy in the defense again. And another long ball, this time up towards Britton and actually managing to hold control of the ball. Playing it wide to Pearson on the left-hand side, crosses it in towards Sanko, and it's not a goal, but very nearly and just outside of the post there. And yeah, again, I thought that we're going into goal actually. Britton with a goal here though in the 36th minute on the corner for Bath City. And yeah, of course, in the real world, you have a little bit more time to prepare when you see a corner, or it takes time for everything to be set up, especially on a set piece that you don't have here when they cut in the highlights. More so when the play is going on, but you gotta find a little bit of time to find your footing there as well. So after halftime, we are leading 2-0, and things are definitely looking good, and we are having the advantage looking on the stats as well. Definitely on the possession as well as hitting the target, and that is really what matters. The shots is pretty even, and the highlights have been, well, I would say that they have been heavily towards us, but we maybe could have gotten 1 or 2 goals against us as well, but we could possibly have gotten maybe 1 or 2 more goals for us as well. So I feel like it's pretty fair so far. And let's hope we can continue that way then, just I guess here for the second half. So first highlight here in the 50th minute. Rowan passing to Taylor in the defense, and he will do what, pass back to Rowan and up to Sanka on the right hand side, still in the defensive area to Smith and back down to Rowan again, haven't moved anywhere, and Healy again playing a long ball, and this time it goes to the defense of Hartlepool and are now actually all the way up to, well, soon our penalty area, and the ball to Keena here now very near our penalty area and to Donaldson and to Keena again. Mafuta and Donaldson come through here and shoots, but saved there by leg. And out for a corner, which we will see right here. And Molyneux with the cross, but headed out there to safety, and the ball to Brandt, and possibly a chance for a counter-attack here, but I don't know what Brandt there did really, but he made sure that the ball went out of play. Don't know if that were what he was supposed to do, but at least we didn't see any more highlights, so that's always good as they have the highlight. And speaking of highlights, we have another one. Pearson with the ball here on the left-hand side in the middle of the pitch and trying with it inwards there a little bit, and not really knowing who should take control of the ball there. And ball back to Pearson. Pearson having a dribble here, moving towards the penalty area and managing to cross it, and the ball to Bronter. Losing it, but getting a second chance, and back to Pearson to hack it, and to Pearson tries to shoot, and Brandt gets a chance there and hits the crossbar and out for a goal kick. But yeah, a real dangerous moment there. A little bit of a fluke, but that's all right. You need those from time to time as well. And we didn't score as well, so And yeah, time for a substitution or two. We'll again put in Asante here, I guess, to let him play, and we'll take out Brunt, and we will take out Pearson here as well, who's tired, and to let Price play. Should probably, no, we shouldn't. So Pearson off and Baxter in instead of Healy. Just taking those players that are most tired. I know Burko is tired, but we don't really have any sub for him on as a left back. And another highlight here in the 75th minute, Sanko with the ball here on the right-hand side, and a long ball, but only reaching the defenders in Hartlepool, and a quick counter-attack here. Kina with the ball, shoots, and it's a goal for Hartlepool here in the 75th minute, and it's all not equalized good for us, but it's reduced here to 2-1 for Bath City versus Hartlepool in the 75th minute. And a good counter there. A bad performance by Oleg though. He really should have saved that, so I totally blame the keeper there. That wasn't that hard, or shouldn't have been that hard. And next up, another highlight here in the 76th minute. Hartlepool with the ball here again. Unfortunately for us, Featherstone here and moving the ball upwards, passing it wide to right-hand side, but Baxter managing to take control of the ball, but Price losing the ball there then after that. And Hartlepool still in control of the ball here in a dangerous area, and Keane with another shot there, but a good save by Leg this time in a chance that looked a lot more dangerous than the chance where they actually managed to score, at least according to me. And with that said, we now only have 5 minutes to go of this match plus extra time, so hopefully it will not be too hard, and we are having the final result or the final whistle right there. So after full time, the scoreline is 2-1, or result is 2-1 for Bassett versus Hartlepool. Shots 18-24, shots on target 10-13, and possession 60-40%. So obviously we definitely lost out quite a bit there in the second half, and we did lose the second half, but in total we won the match. Maybe not super fair in the end. A draw should probably have been more fair there in this match, to be honest. The players overall, decent rating there. Leg doing a bad blunder there on the goal they got in, but a good save moments later, so I guess it's all right. And that managed to get us up to 12th place in the league, 5 points up to a playoff spot, and 13 points clear of the relegation zone, which we really should stop talking about for this season. 1,348 attending that game, so that's pretty nice. And Brackney having a decent game there, and Richards not having much of a game for Billy Kay there. But yeah, will be a short break, really short break in the Asian game here of only 2 days before the match against Morecambe. But I will see you there. Alright, so for this match we are very strong underdogs actually against Morecambe, so will probably be a really hard match, so we'll see how we'll do here. And another thing that we'll really see how we do is the fact that it were only 2 days since the last match, and we have many players that are really tired. Pretty much our whole defensive lineup needs to be changed here, so that's the first thing we will do. And first up, I guess, is to bring in Clark here instead of Taylor. And you will get to play what? Well, you can play that apparently, as good as anything else, pretty much. Next up is Baxter instead of Rowan. And you can play cover. We really need to switch out Burko as well here. And next player that can play in defense at all is Reigns. Yeah, this is going to be very much a B team, but that is all right. Harper instead of Sanko. Price, you are going to start here instead of Smith. I do wish Hackett here really, but that's not just possible because we don't really have any more players to switch around here. Asante instead of Britton, possibly. But I think we'll leave Asante for the only option to really sub in here for the match. And we'll go to match and just lose this straight away, pretty much. If we could. We could just skip it straight from the get-go. And just get it over with. Don't expect anything out of this match whatsoever. We have changed our mentality to go to defensive as well, and some team instruction to reinforce the defensive mentality. And the combined that we had to change out all our star players or all our decent players here for this match, it's pretty much really hard here. And first highlight here by Morecambe looked very dangerous, but that shot were outside of the post quite clearly actually in the end. So after 15 minutes, it's been one highlight, two highlights here on the corner and over the crossbar in the 18th minute. And I don't know if I should say that's good or bad, probably bad. Looking at the stats, it looks pretty bad. They have had like 10 shots, only 4 on target though, but yeah, this is already a bad match for us. And another highlight here in the 24th minute, Morecambe with the ball here again, and Tito with the shot just outside the post. Actually curved in there a little bit more than I thought it would, and in the end it looked a bit dangerous. I didn't really think it should have been dangerous in the first spot. It didn't feel like that, at least. Tito there I saw in their team really tired actually, so we'll see what we do here. And next up here in the 40th minute, another highlight. It's Morecambe with a cross towards Dryan, and it's over the crossbar. And yeah, you hear me if it's a goal. Next up, free kick here in the 42nd minute. And of course, it's Morecambe. The winner again here with the possibility, but shooting straight at the wall. And why didn't we get to that ball? Interesting angle here, and then it's a shot and it's a goal for Morecambe here unfortunately, the 43rd minute. And a little bit strange that they kept it in that angle, but quite nice to see it in a much different way than usual also. Yeah, good shot there. And as in ice hockey there, pretty much actually, the keeper totally blocked throughout the shot, and so didn't really see that coming. So we're of course training here after one half, and yeah, we're totally dominating and crushed here so far in this match. Don't expect anything else here really either. The ratings on the players actually decent still though. We'll start the second half here and we'll see if we have any possibility to play better. As we do that, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying our Football Manager 2020 series and this episode. If you're not doing that, well, watch something else, turn off or hit the dislike button as well. That is actually some reaction, and that lets me know if you enjoy it or not. If you're enjoying it, do remember to hit that subscribe button as well. And as you're doing that, you can hit that small notification bell to be really sure to not miss out on any of the content that we upload daily to the channel. And last but definitely least, if you want to support the channel even more, check out the links in the description. You can get some cool perks if you choose to be a member on the channel. You could get to name one youth player per youth intake in per year as well, in either FIFA Manager or Football Manager. So that is pretty cool. Your chance to get to see your player grow forward through the years in one of the games. But with that said, let's focus on the match here. A chance by Morecambe hitting the crossbar or just over the crossbar there in the 53rd minute or something like that. And we are very frustrated. We just want this match over with, really, to be honest, because we are not really seeing that this will come anything good out of it, or that we would manage to take this back. We have another highlight here in the 66th minute, and it's still Morecambe with the ball, playing it back and forth here. McKenna with a cross in, and we managed to clear it out, but only to the attacker still here, or to Morecambe in the midfield, or just outside our penalty area rather. And the Diaguraga passing out to Conian here on the right hand side. And a chance here for a counter-attack, but Brunt there not fast enough, and or probably not our mentality either, or something like that. A good shot there towards leg, but a good save there as well. But pretty nice curve to the ball there, I felt. And the cross there and header over the crossbar, and no real danger. We'll make a sub here in the closest stages for Brunt, and in with Asante. Brunt almost always more tired than Britain, even though we are pretty much always as well putting in Asante instead of Britain, or not in Britain, instead of Brunt in the end of the matches. And here in the 85th minute, we actually do have a highlight here with Bassett in the penalty area. Britain with a header, and it's a goal for Bassett here in the 84th minute. And we have equalized in this match that I didn't think were possible, or that we were to expect at all. But yeah, if you do it as easy as that, then there is nothing to worry about. Our only chance so far in the match, and it were a superb one with no contest at all, so to say. And this should be the highlight for the final whistle, but I know that it isn't there in the game anymore, so to say. And we are in the last few seconds, so I don't know what to expect here. And it's a chance for Morecambe, 1-on-1 versus a keeper, but leg saving and out for a corner there. And I saw that Pearson picked up a slight injury at least, which is not good. Don't want him to be out anything at all, but can't change too much about that. And let's see here, should be the final whistle. Come on, referee, just blow the whistle. Oh, what's taking the time? I'm sorry for that, Bones. Well, we can do another goal if you want to. Oh, come on, referee. What the hell? Just whistle. Cullen here, running with the ball for Morecambe and O'Sullivan. And there we have the final whistle and the full-time result, 1-1 for Bassett versus Morecambe. Shots 4-38. Shots on target 1-18. Possession though 50-50%. So doing something right and something not so right. But yeah, very, very proud, so to say, by the lads reaching a draw there. Didn't expect that out of them, so to say, as we already have said many times. So that is that. And Pearson out for only 2 to 3 days. And that will mean that I will see you after a short break for the match against Barrow very, very soon. And I will probably maybe take the first few looks here in scouting players that are not getting signed or are having the contract running out within 6 months from clubs higher up that could be interested in transfer to us. Anyway, if something interesting comes from that, you will get to see that sooner or later. Probably not in this episode, but maybe in the coming episodes we will start to do this signing bonanza that we always try to do each year around this time. But with that, a short break, and I'll be back for the match against Barrow. Alright, so we're back for the match here against Barrow, and yet again we are favorites for this match this time. So we will first do a whole lot of changing players in the team, and back with the players that we really want to play. So it's Burko, Healy, Baxter. Now we want Rowan, Healy, and Baxter on the bench. Select Taylor, Rowan, Healy, Burko, yes. Then we want, who do we want on the right hand side? It's Sanko. Yeah, Sanko. In you go. And then we have not Price, but Smith with Hackett. Pearson, you are injured, so you are getting switched. I don't think we had any middle left or left winger other than Mutruk, though. He was also injured and loaned out. So we are going to play Price there, and we've got to bring in Reigns there on the bench, or Harper, but we are bringing Reigns. Harper is actually wanted, and yeah, Price is not good there, but that's all right. We don't have anyone that is good there. So we'll continue like this for the final match of this episode, or do we need to change to something more? Well, Hackett here seems to be tired, so really he should be resting. Can we make that happen? Yes, we can. I think, or can we? No. Yes, no. No, we only have... we have so many right wingers. It's pretty darn crazy. But I guess we will just let Hackett rest after 1 half or so. We can let Healy rest from the start. Alright. We'll continue like that, and hope that that works out. We should switch Rowan to what he wants to play in the position he wants to play. So we'll do that directly here as well. We want to do make sub. We don't want to make sub as such, but we want to change Rowan here. No, that's correct. What's not correct then? All right. Nothing, apparently. I'm just forgetful or something. So we'll play here and comment just as we always do, and switch Hackett quite directly after the first half here, I think. But they have a player that is tired there as well, in the form of Lokiko. Yeah, I think so. That is the correct name. And the first highlight of the match here in the 26th minute, Barrow with the ball, dribbling up here on the left-hand side, totally unchallenged, all the way up to the penalty area, and passing about here a little bit and managing to get into the front area of the penalty area, and it's a goal for Barrow here in the 26th minute. Not the greatest shot, and not the greatest action there by our players or our keeper. I feel overall there a lot more should have been done. Yeah, like extremely late with a reaction there, and had pretty darn clear look there, so to say, to make anything happen. And next highlight here in the 29th minute, Burko with the ball on the left-hand side here in the defensive area. The ball up to Britton and managing to hold control of the ball. Passing back to Smith, playing to wide here to Sanka on the right-hand side. And the cross fails, and the ball down to Taylor and up to Sanka again. Sanka getting a second chance to cross it to Brunt and over the crossbar, unfortunately. But at least a pretty good sequence there directly after their goal. And next highlight here in the 31st minute, a bad throw in, and Barrow picking up the ball here, having it on the left hand side, and it's Bro again passing to Waddington to Hindle, and passing back to Wellington and to Foluvi in our penalty area actually, but we managed to clear it, but they come back here and back to Wellington and to Taylor and again to Waddington here, and he's just standing there letting us do anything, but we can't manage to dispossess it and the ball to Folivi, and it's another goal for Barrow here in the 31st minute, and you're definitely not following what the bookmaker said for this game, and also our assistant managers told us to go from defensive mentality to positive. I am not feeling positive at all so far in this game. Don't feel like we have control whatsoever so far, and feels very, very bad. Highlight straight after here in the 32nd minute, and it is Bass still in control of the ball after that kickoff. Price with the ball here on the left hand side, tries to cross it but fails, getting a second chance here. Price with the cross, and didn't really find anyone, but Hackett picking up the ball and tries to shoot but didn't. Price managing to cross it again, and unfortunately it's only two Barrow players here, but a free chance for Britain, and it's not a goal. How did he manage to miss that? Yeah, one can wonder. But good that we at least challenged their keeper straight after that goal as well. We really should be shouting here though. So show some passion, and we see that they have one player out on the sideline for some injury treatment, and it's a goal for Bassett, but it's been disallowed for offside. Unfortunately, that should be pretty slim. Yeah, we don't see that properly, and it's quite slim though. And sorry again for sort of a yawn there. So the scoreline after 1/2 is 32, or we're trailing by 2, however you want to see it. The stats are saying that pretty much. Definitely the highlights. We haven't had any highlights whatsoever. And the player ratings better than I thought they were. It says they're playing all right, but I feel they are playing just poorly, plain poorly, straight through all the players. So hacked off here, that is the sub we will do for now. And Hackett here, maybe with one last action done here in the 52nd minute. Yeah, a long dribble and shoots, but straight at the keeper, and almost out for a corner, but only out for a throw-in. And instead we have a highlight here in the 53rd minute for Barrow, but header straight at our keeper, so he's managing to save that pretty easily, which is good for us. The ball up to Brunt here, and Brunt getting dispossessed far too easily, and the ball to Folivi, and this time a good save by legging out for a corner. And here comes Folivi with the corner. Rowan managing to clear it out, but Barrow first to that ball, unfortunately. But yeah, the highlight is over at least, so that's good, I guess. We see there that the Brunt is a bit on the tired side here again, as per usual, and as per usual, we'll put in Asante and I'll let him play here. So he's pretty much our go-to sub so far. At least we could put in Reigns here to alleviate Sanka or Taylor, so we will do that. And as I said, though, undo, we have very many players that can play those positions. Taylor having a worse game than Sanko, so he's getting off there for that reason, as they were at the same level of condition. And yeah, 5 minutes to go, and we will not be able to turn this match around. And here you have the final whistle, and the final result then for Bassett versus Barrow is 0-2. Shots 10-12, shots on target 67, and possession 56-44%. Looking at the stats, this should have been an even game. If anyone that watched this match and the highlights definitely didn't get the feeling that were the case, because Barrow totally dominated there, at least. Not too bad ratings here either after full time, but yeah, I'm pretty disappointed at that result and overall the performance by the lads there, I gotta say. Still 12th in the league now, 8 points up to a playoff spot at the moment, and 12 points clear of the relegation zone. And as you see here, the table is very much halting at this stage, but more about that some other time. 1227 attending in that game, and Richard's having a decent game again, playing every match for Billy Kay. But yeah, that will be everything for this episode, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye! You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.